Welcome to Not a Real Court. Welcome to Not a Real Court. I am your Judge Joe, Judge Spooky Joe. I'm going to put you in jail. And joined with me, as always, I have the bad boy who's going to go to jail, Kenny.
This is the sweet life. This is the sweet life.
All right. And then we have Still Matt Face. Who's
Would you like any extra towels in your room, sir?
I feel like instead you should be like, would you like me to change your socks?
That one's a little creepy. Could I tell you one quick story for me? I think this is like, I don't know, top 5 things in my life. I've made Chris Rock laugh wearing this costume.
Did he think you were actually the bellhop?
Listen, man, I did work at Disney. I was a bellhop on the Tower of Terror. They used to, whenever they have somebody like famous come in, they kind of bring them in through the back entrance and let them come in right away, like so they don't have to wait in line. Nobody sees them. But they definitely put them on the elevator that I was handling at the time, and I had this spiel that I just ran through every time. I honestly I couldn't rip it off anymore, but because that was a long time ago now. But no, definitely got Chris Rock and his family in his family to laugh. So I was very proud of myself then.
All right. Well, I don't know why you're not famous then, but
what I'm saying, here I am doing this show.
Here we are on this fucking mediocre podcast. All right, so we're doing our debate episode this week. So we'll go ahead and start with mine. So mine that I will be the judge for is going to be, what age should you stop trick-or-treating? Kenny, we'll start with you.
What age should you start trick-or-treating? You should never stop trick-or-treating. That's what I'm saying. When you die, that's when I say when it should end. Because if you think about it, some people really don't stop trick-or-treating, because you got some people, they're doing their thing, and then they have kids, that are infants, they're riding around with them. Those kids don't have teeth yet. They can't eat Tootsie Rolls, but they get them for the baby likes candy, man. But it's for you. Think you're slick. I'm on your ass. So yeah, I'm going never stop trick-or-treating. Because I didn't stop till I was like, I want to say 18. I was going around. I just wore a mask at one point. I was still in regular street clothes. I just had a regular mask. I just had a mask on, doing my thing.
That's crazy, because I'm fat and you were trick-or-treating past the age I stopped.
Oh yeah. We had one guy. He was a blood, and he went as a blood. He was 18. He just had a red bandana over his face and was saying trick or treat. My mom was like, "Hey, he's got a good costume going. He's a blood." I said, "He's not in costume."
All right, Matt. What age do you think people should stop trick-or-treating?
Well, Kenny, that's a great answer. In fact, I think that was a fantastic answer. I think, in fact, that might have been my answer had I gone first. But nonetheless, because yes, it doesn't matter what age you are. If you just put on a mask and walk up and say trick or treat, I'm probably giving you candy at my house. But so I did have what I think is the better answer, because obviously, again, I wouldn't have taken that even if I went first. My answer, and it is a little bit of an ambiguous age, but since you also gave an ambiguous age, I think it kind of counts. Mine is when you have kids. If you don't have kids, and again, you come up to my house, you have a mask on, you have whatever on, I don't care. You say trick or treat, I'm giving you some candy. If you walk up with like your little kids at like 3 and 4 years old, and they're saying trick or treat, and I'm giving them candy, and you as an adult man just open up your bag and look at me and go trick or treat, bro, I'm probably just looking at you. Just no, I'm not doing that. And then on the flip side of it, if you are a parent and you're not trick-or-treating with your kids that age and not doing that, then fuck you. Like, that's an awesome time. You should go do that. So either way, I think that becomes your age, because again, I kind of agree with Kenny. All before that, I'm wearing a mask, I'm going out, I'm having fun, I'm running from house to house, making sure that I find the good one. And then I probably brought like a couple different like bandanas with me so I could keep running back and forth and keep getting better, the good candy from the same place over and over again. But yeah, I think that once you're a parent, that's your cutoff line.
All right, Kenny, any rebuttals?
See, my rebuttal is when you are a parent, that's the perfect time to do it, because now it's the fact that you can pretend you can do it at like with your kid. You know, the kid gets all the candy for you, and then you pick all the good candy out, like my parents used to do. They were, oh, let me get rid of these dangerous Skittles, and they start taking Skittles,
Gotta check for razors.
Yeah, I gotta check. My mom, why you keep doing this to me? Take all the Sour Patch Kids, all the good stuff, and leave me with Tootsie Rolls and suckers and dots. I don't want these. So yeah, that's why I'm going.
Forget those three things.
Wait, was that a rebuttal or was that an argument for me? Because that's what I almost think. Like, yeah, my kids are going to go and do the trick or treating, and then I get to pull out the dad tax, and I get whatever. I don't have to do that work anymore. Like, so I don't have to do that part of it. They're going to go do that part for me, and I get to reap all the benefits. No, you don't want that one. That one's gross. I'll eat it.
But you said you stop when you are a parent. I understand you're saying, because like I said, I feel like you can never stop. You never have to stop. But yours is, you can't do that with your kids. It is weird if you pull out a bag, but you can say it's for another kid. You can say, yeah, I got another kid. You can't walk around. Here you go. You can lie if you wanted to.
Everyone.
So your argument is to use a fake disabled kid as my argument.
I didn't say disabled. You said that. I just said he can't come out here.
Why else can't he come out here?
He's probably too young. He's probably a year old, and it's cold outside. It's always cold out here when we're trick or treating. It's always
it is here. It was snowing last time, but I had my under 1 year old sitting in the wagon, looking all cute as hell. She had her little bag. She got her candy. I wasn't walking up as a creepy dude being like, "Hey, can I get some candy?"
See, look, you don't have to do that. You can just say trick or treat like everybody else. You don't have to. Can I get some candy? That's weird. Even if you were 11,
you can say that's what you're doing, but it's about what the other person's perceiving. The other person perceiving you coming up to them, being like, "Give me some candy." Whoa! Dude, take whatever candy you want.
In no world am I saying, "Can I get some candy?" I'm saying trick or treat with half my beard coming off underneath the mask, and then they're like, "All right, old ass man, get out of here." And I'm like, "All right."
The other part of it though too is, and I do get that side of thing. Like I would, again, I agree that like going out and enjoying that as long as you can is important, but at some point too, you also have to turn around and start giving back, because once those kids get old enough and now you don't have to go out with them anymore, now is your time to be the person who's out there and hiding and trying to scare the kids, or like make your little haunted house your house and give that candy out. So there is still a cutoff too for you to give back and not just be the one taking all the time. You got to give some candy back to the people.
But you're saying we got to give it out. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we're still trick or treating. We trick or treat till we die. That's what we're doing. Me and the kids are going out there. Now they're all grown up. Let's go trick or treat together now. Hey, trick or treat. Trick or treat.
Who's stopping at your house?
I'll be
you're the house with the lights off.
I'll be really old now, and they'll be like, my grandpa, all he ever wanted to do was go trick-or-treating one last time. We never stopped trick-or-treating.
That'd be insane if someone like 80 years old came up to the door and was like, trick-or-treat.
I got my IV. I'm just walking around with that. Yeah, that's my rebuttal to that. We never stop trick or treating. Matter of fact, put some of that Tootsie Roll in there. Go ahead, put a little bit of that in there. Squeeze it. I feel the rush. Little pixie stick dust.
Oh my God, that would kill him.
He's like, ah. Yeah, that's what we're going with. I'm going with that one.
All right, Matt, what's your final statement?
Listen, I know right now, again, the idea in this costume, I look adorable. It looks great. But Joe, just if I take that off, you got bald head. Let me just create this outfit.
He looked like the dude from Split now.
Can I get some candy? I got a kid at home. I got a kid at home.
You look like you're about to deliver me a FedEx Express package.
I probably am working my third job, and now coming out here and trying to get candy, because apparently I can just do that at any age, and it's just
at
fine.
Any age. Gee, you had a cutoff. I said never stop.
I'm not creeping out all those people. I'm going to give back to the community. I'm going to have my kids do that work for me. And besides, I don't need all that extra candy. You're talking about even getting your own bag. I got Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. The holidays are already coming up. I'm already stealing some of their candy as it is. I don't need more candy.
With all the money I'm spending on Christmas and buying all this food for Thanksgiving, I can go out there and get some free candy going down the block. That's my treat. That's my month.
All right. So to pass my judgment on this, I am going to go with the side of never stop trick or treating.
Let's go.
It's a good thing there was no way that we were going to have the same one. We shouldn't discuss this beforehand.
Yeah, definitely. We said it was open-ended. No one was going to have it. See? All right. So Kenny will be the next judge then.
Yay.
Present your argument.
I'm not going to lie to you. I forgot again.
The costume one. They have power.
Oh, my fault. Okay. So for this one, these two will have to choose any costume they want. But when they wear it, they get the powers from said costume. So if you want to dress as Magneto, bam, you got Magneto's powers now. Whatever it is, I ain't gonna say anymore because I don't want to say yours, but whatever you wear is officially your costume.
It already happened once. Let's not do that again, please.
I'll start with you, Matt.
So well, and can I just ask now too? Is this like I get to like then also just wear this costume out on like a regular basis and have those powers? Are we talking like just Halloween night?
Let's say it's just Halloween night. Let's say it's just Halloween night.
Ooh, even better.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure. I want to be sure, but you had me scared there with that example. It was close. It was close. Right movie, right genre, just and close with the name. I'm gonna take Mystique. I want to be able to just whatever the night is calling for, whatever it feels like the mood is at that moment, I'm going to change into, I'm going to be at. And the best part about this idea, and I hinted at it a little bit the last one where I was talking about like, hey, I'm just going to change my bandana. Imagine you walk up and you find that house that's giving out the big candy bar. All right, perfect. I got that big candy bar. I'm walking to the end of the street and now I'm something new. And now I'm coming back and I'm getting another big candy bar and walking to the end of the street, constantly coming back as many times as you want. New costume, new whatever, yelling trick or treat. I get all the best candy. There's no beating this one.
All right.
Joe, what's what you got? What's your opening statement?
Unfortunately, there is a way to beat this one, and I'm gonna quote my character really quick. Let me get in character for a second.
Oh, we get an impression too. Can we play the guessing game of who is it? Let's see how bad it
is. What was that?
I'm going Doodle Bob from SpongeBob.
Oh, he said that's all I heard. I don't know what happened.
Actually did not hear a single thing.
No, yeah, he doesn't speak English.
No, like your mic cut out. Your mic cut out.
Oh, probably. I was probably peeking. I was yelling.
Oh, okay, because it was like. Wait, no, you sound more like the savage kid from Wild Thornberries. Doodle Bob was like, you gotta go.
So I'm going Doodle Bob because guess what? I can draw whatever fucking candy I want, and then it's mine.
Boom. But is it gonna taste like candy or is it gonna taste like paper?
I don't see why it wouldn't taste like candy. Doodle Bob.
Doodle Bob.
It's gonna taste fucking great to me. You know what else? I can breathe underwater. Can you breathe underwater?
I don't know where you're gonna eat wet candy underwater that you draw for yourself.
No. I'm gonna go trick or treating, and then I'm gonna go in the water.
But you live underwater. How are you breathing?
I'm a sponge. I can be out of water too.
Aren't you just a doodle? You're just a piece of paper.
Doodle Bob is underwater. He can be underwater.
Yeah.
We're not fighting that fact.
This is special paper.
Yes.
Matt, what you got for it?
But listen, I can draw. I can draw anything. It doesn't even have to be candy. I could draw money and use it.
So you can go to the store and get some good candy.
Yeah, Kenny loves a good money argument.
I do like a good money argument.
All right, so you're turning this into what's the movie where you can break all the laws in a night?
A purge.
Yeah, so Joe's turning his Halloween into a purge. I'm gonna go and turn into whatever I want to and just do whatever I want to because I'm just a doodle and I can do all that stuff. Well, guess what, Doodle Man? I'm Mystique, and I can turn into you if I want to. So I have your powers. And I can do all that stuff. And then when I don't want to be that anymore, I can become whatever the hell else I want to be.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not harming anyone. What you're doing is impersonation, which is going to hurt someone's fucking feelings.
I don't want to hurt a Doodle's feelings. You are.
No,
you are
not my feelings. If you're gonna be going there switching back and forth between other people, you're gonna be hurting people's feelings.
Bro, there's like 8 million people or billion people on the planet. I don't have to turn into somebody that's just right next to me.
What's illegal against drawing images? What about you? You're gonna be turning into a cop and pretending to be one?
Excuse me. Have you never drawn a dick pic on a school book? There's plenty that you can get in trouble for drawings.
That's crazy. You get the Doodle Bob and you start drawing dicks is insane.
Yeah, I'm not drawing dicks as Doodle Bob.
He's drawing those big veiny ones.
That's Diddy Bob. That's not even Doodle Bob. That's Diddy Bob.
How many people you think are going to dress up as Diddy this year for Halloween?
That's insane. First off,
I honestly, I guarantee people are going to do it.
Oh, I know they are, but that's still wild.
It is crazy, but people are fucking dumb now.
The wild thing is, Diddy really dressed as the Joker a couple Halloweens ago and bodied it. Like he had the voice down, everything, the mannerisms. And like
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, he killed it. And like, you know how people like, oh, this is the day where people don't wear masks. Like that was him. He let all the freaky shit out that day.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what Diddy is famous for.
He's a rapper / producer.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's outside my wheelhouse.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to say he's the reason why Biggie Smalls is famous. Biggie Smalls, Lil' Kim.
Yes.
Bunch of them.
Yes.
Damn it,
very,
Joe.
very familiar with them.
Very familiar with them, but he knows people that are gonna go as Diddy for Halloween.
He wouldn't even know who
No, I don't know the people. I only know of him because of on the internet now. It's just all over the place. You can't go 2 seconds without a meme.
Those memes are hilarious, though.
I had one guy in college, literally just to try to picture it for you. Like we called him Butters, like literally just like 5'5", short blonde hair, kind of looked like Butters. 1 year went as Wheezy for Halloween. Did everything up.
Wheezy is Lil Wayne, Joe, not Wheezy from Toy Story 2. So we had to make sure you know.
I did not know who that was. Okay.
He said they took my squeaker. He thought he was talking about. I took my squeaker. All right, back to the.
Speaking of Wheezy, though, I think I'd do a very good Carl from Jimmy Neutron. I should do that for Halloween.
He's like, help! Go ahead, Joe. Give me your Carl impersonation.
My Carl impersonation. Oh boy, I gotta think of something to say.
Somebody's mom. You always talk about his mom.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy's mom. Can I come over for some purple flarp?
You sound like the pedophile from Family Guy.
Oh, I know the old guy. In the over and get some sweet juice. Hey, come on over, Matthew. We're gonna have some sweet food for you.
That's the voice I should have used for the last debate.
Trick or treat.
That was a good one. That was good.
All right, Matt. Let's hear more about your costume where you're going to be breaking laws.
Yeah, I was going to say, what you got for us, Matt? What you got for us? What else you got for us? What else would you be turning into?
Well, during this, if I want to do Wheezy, like listen, we can just be turning that. I can turn into any damn thing that I want to be. I'm thinking about a nice, wholesome Halloween. Where Joe's trying to talk about his nice, wholesome Halloween. All right, we'll back off. We'll talk about that. And I just want to go turn into different costumes. I'm not dressing as up any person. I'm going out, making sure I enjoy myself, that I can get in with whoever I want to. Like if there's a certain scene going on with like certain characters and stuff, and I want to go join and be a part of that and hang out, enjoy myself with them. Like I can go do that. I can change it all up. And so the biggest thing for me is just being able to hone and make sure you're taking advantage of those good houses with the good candy. Like get in there, every costume that I want to be, keep changing it up, fill up that bag, get in, get out, get off. I'm done.
Can Mystique turn into anything? I thought she had to turn into specific people.
Yeah, she can turn into people, but if it's a person wearing another costume,
I was gonna say she can turn to people wearing costumes.
So you're gonna mimic a person wearing a costume that's currently around you.
You could if you want it.
I mean, as long as I've seen that costume before, I don't have to like have that in front of me. So if I see a group of people in like, I don't know, just like a bunch of different costumes for like Care Bears, and there's a Care Bear that they don't have, I'm gonna turn into one of those and go hang out with the Care Bear crew. Let's go.
You're getting that candy.
I can draw whatever costume I want.
I like that.
I can draw literally anything. I could draw.
Because I can't draw for shit, and my costumes would not look
well,
good.
You know what? Can you turn into a vehicle? Because I can draw one, and then I can get to houses faster. I can get them faster.
You're gonna run over kids on your way to all these houses faster? How fast are you trying to go through these? This is a community, goddammit. Slow down.
I don't care. I'm fucking driving fast. Do you know how many houses I'm getting? Boom.
You're driving through houses. You got a drive through.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to draw something also coming off of my vehicle. It's going to have a microphone at the end of it, and it's going to have like a long like COVID extension so I can reach it all the way to the door. It's going to ring the bell. They're going to open the door. I'm going to say trick or treat, and they're going to put it into my basket that retracts back into my car.
Cool. My power is I just changed my costume. That's how hard it is. You do a whole
I'm getting
lot
triple
to
the amount of candy.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
Triple the amount of candy.
What are your final statements? Joe, what's your final statement?
I'm not breaking any laws. This man is impersonating.
Show me the driver's license that this man has. He's mowing down children on his way through all these places.
Do you need a driver's license to drive a fucking drawn vehicle? There's no motor.
Bro, New York State would find a way to pull you over and tell you what you were doing was illegal.
Show me your social security number for every single person you're impersonating.
All right, so it sounds like you're now an illegal alien since you don't have this proper identification.
I do have proper identification. I just drew it up.
I like this. All right, but I have come to a conclusion. I think the winner of this is Matt Steek. Matt Steek is the winner.
That's a great name.
Instead of Doodle Joe.
Doodle Joe sounds gross.
He really does. I was trying to do one with that. I was like, all I got is Doodle Joe. It's nasty.
What about Jodel Bob?
Jodel Bob. There we go. You might be on to something with that one.
All right. Matt, hold up. Before you present your topics, Kenny.
I always forget. And then he hits me with this.
You look so caught off guard every time I do
every time, because I'm like, oh yeah, I do got to do this. So you can catch us on all social medias at T1, then spell out 3 media. Or sometimes, letter T, 1, spell out 3 on TikTok. But you can catch all of our shows on T13media.com. And you can also catch T13media.com/store and get some merch. But if you're on the T13 Media site, go ahead and check out all our shows like Bad Guy Spoken, Not a Real Court. You can also catch Boogit, a wrestling podcast, Geek in the motherfucking sheets. And we also got Unbiased and Hood Movie Review. Where we got all your favorite shows. So check them out, you little bitch.
All right, Matt. What is on your docket for today?
Hear ye. Court is now in session. Today we will finally determine whether or not giving out anything but candy on Halloween is acceptable. Joe, we shall hear your opening argument first.
Hold up. You really sound like the narrator from Powerpuff Girls right now.
The city of Townsville is under attack.
Can you say the city of Townsville really quick in that voice?
The city of Townsville.
That is spot on. That is disgusting.
Right. Anybody looking for a voice actor? I've got a couple different voices.
The second you started talking, that's the first thing I heard. Can you say sugar, spice, and everything nice real quick?
Sugar and spice and everything nice.
And everything.
You fucked that up so bad. Oh god. All right. I'm sorry. What was the topic again?
We are here to determine if it is acceptable to give out anything but candy on Halloween. Joe, what is your side of the argument?
Yes. And you know what? They even make things to give out on Halloween night that is not candy. For example, Pokemon packs now. You can get the Tricker packs. You could buy, it's the size of a candy bag, and it's just full of packs of Pokemon cards. There are only 3 cards in it. But could you imagine going up to a house and someone hands you a pack of Pokemon cards? Or they even do it basketball cards too. They have the basketball trick or treat packs. You go up to the house, and instead of you getting that little dumb almond joy, you get yourself a pack of Pokemon cards and you pull yourself a Charizard.
Said those dumb almond joys.
Yeah.
I did write that down. That was a good
Yes.
part of the argument.
Boom. What, the almond joy part?
Yeah.
I love almond joys.
Again, opposite list, Joe. Opposite list. Caddy, so that means you're obviously on the side of no, it is not acceptable to give anything but candy. Let's hear your side.
No, because it's beggars night. We beg for candy. That's what we do. We're out here begging for this candy, for that sweet stuff. And the thing is, here's the thing I don't like about what you're saying over there, Joe, because there's a reason why my mother used to have to check my bags back in the day, because y'all were giving out stuff that weren't candy, like apples and popcorn balls and shit like that. So now my mom's like, I'm a little scared. There's a razor blade in there. We can't do anything now because of sick people like that, because they're giving out stuff they shouldn't be giving out. So no, only give out the candy, and it's better be in that prepackaged bag or box, so that way we know you can't slip whatever it is you want to slip in there, because you gave me a whole apple on this day that nobody ever freaking eats anyway.
I need a clarification from the council there. You called it beggars night. What is beggars night for you? Because beggars night might be something different for me.
Beggars night for us is just the day or the night where we go around, hey, trick or treat.
Like, is it actually Halloween night?
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not. There'll be times where Halloween will be on like a random Monday.
Yeah.
And then beggars night will be on a Thursday, like Thursday night or whatever it is.
So where I am, beggars night is literally always October 30th. It's the night before, and it's usually just it's like in like little communities, and you just kind of do it in like smaller groups, and usually it's like younger kids that more do that, and then Halloween's your bigger night type thing. But it's okay, all right. So that's
Growing up, it wasn't always October 31st or 30th, whatever, like wherever you're at, wherever you celebrate that. Sometimes, like I said, it'd be on the 27th, 28th. Like it'll be on different nights depending on how everything's going. They just
was it always the weekend?
For us, it was during the week, which is weird. Usually, it was on like a Wednesday or a Thursday.
Well, see, that's actually what I was more concerned about. As a parent, I'd be pissed off about that, because like I want to go to my Halloween adult parties on the weekend. I don't want to be going.
And that's another thing too. I was gonna say, because there are times where you have the Halloween where it's on Saturday night, but then you have beggars night on Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't the one who came up with it, but I just remember growing up, and beggars night was when you actually went out there and got the candy, and then Halloween night is usually when the parents was one to act up.
I just want to point out that this is some shitty shit, because I have never heard of this.
Oh yeah,
you're just missing out. See, that maybe this is the nice thing. I already get 2 nights of candy, so I don't need those extra bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we go on Halloween when it's dark.
Come up for beggars night. We'll gladly have you.
That sounds like the fattest thing I could do. I don't think I'm going to go on a non-Halloween day to get candy. I will not do that.
But you gonna take your own bag with you while you go with the kids?
Absolutely. I have a 1-year-old. I'm eating all of her candy.
Oh, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Gotta have your bag.
All right. So Joe, counter arguments.
Okay. Do you have to worry about your candy being checked or thrown out by your parents if it's not candy? Or if it's not edible items? You don't have to worry about poison. You don't have to worry about all these crazy people out there. The only thing you got to worry about is how valuable those items are going to be in the future when you sell them. That almond joy, that payday, that's going to last you a moment. The card, it's going to last you a lifetime.
Payday's lasting me a lifetime.
Payday is one of my favorites as well.
I love Payday.
Yeah, same. There's just something about nuts in my mouth, you know.
All right, that's all right.
There it is. There's
acting
there's
up.
there's the line I needed.
Joe's acting up now.
Caddy, any rebuttals to the nuts in Joe's mouth?
Yeah, nuts in his mouth. No, I don't have any nuts to put in his mouth. But
Hey, hold up! I didn't say that.
Now I will say this: from the giver of Beggar's Night for this, wouldn't it be expensive to buy all those Pokemon packs like you were just talking about? That's very expensive.
Let me
remember,
get you some.
we're having
like some statistics on that.
I'm just saying, there's like 100, 200 kids that walk through this. You know what I'm saying?
I get 200 at my house.
Yeah, like that's a lot of kids be giving out Pokemon packs for it. Even if you get the cheap $5 ones, that is a lot of money.
No. You're thinking of something different. I am talking about specifically. There's specifically Halloween bags that's like the size of a candy bag that's full of Pokemon packs. It's like buying a thing of Snickers. So this is 35 packs for $15.
That's still expensive.
That's really not that expensive.
I'm paying like $120 then for my 200 people.
Very expensive.
Okay, but if you're giving back to the community, you're gonna have the coolest house. You are not getting egged if you're giving that out.
I mean, we didn't get egged anyway because we was giving out candy. We don't have to worry about that. But that's a lot of money. That's
all right. Well, hang on. So I need to. You brought up this evidence. I need to ask some clarifying questions. So you said Pokemon cards, or you give out basketball cards, and it was important to me to know that
also
both
does
of those things. Yeah. So what? Could you got a price on those? Are those you have the same like Halloween pack for those?
I'm getting that.
I don't know. That just sounds so expensive.
40 packs for $19.
How many cards am I getting in those?
It's 3 cards per pack with exclusive Halloween parallels. And it's actual Panini, so it's like name brand cards. They're not just fucking, dumb knockoff Dollar Tree cards.
Okay. All right.
That's just expensive. I don't know. That's really expensive to me. Because I can spend $60. Let's say I spend $60 and get like 3 or 4 of those big ass bags full of candy. Like, I'm straight. And that's if I want to do that. And some people are just lazy. They just put the candy out there. They just be like, here you go. You go ahead and get what you want. Even though if you do that, somebody's gonna just dump the whole plate in their bag. Because I definitely was one of those kids.
Okay, so I'm just pulling this up just for example. So also keep in mind when you're handing out these chocolates, people are taking more than one.
Now, if you're handing them out, how are they gonna take more when I'm handing them out myself?
Right. If there's a thing of chocolate and like candy bars in front of me, and then there's a thing of like Pokemon cards, yeah, which one am I probably dumping the whole thing into my bag?
As a kid, like I'm dumping the candy in the bag. I'm not thinking about the worth of a card. I mean, I'm just saying, like even baseball cards. This was more expensive. I'm not. My mind isn't thinking like that as a kid. I'm like, ooh, candy, and I'm dumping the candy bag in my.
So the fun size Snickers bars on Amazon for 50 of them is $28. So it's really not that much more expensive to be handing out packs of cards.
I mean, if you're buying them now, I got my candy like a month ago.
That part too. I was gonna say if you buy them early, because that's what I would do. I wouldn't buy them the same month. That's like trying to buy Christmas gifts around Christmas time. You can't do that. You got to buy them a little before Black Friday.
But the Halloween cards are always the same price. You don't have to worry about inflation on those.
Price gouging. Goddamn economy.
I'm just saying you can go anywhere to get those. They got them at Walgreens too.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never heard of those. I've never heard of those.
That's because it looks like a pack of candy. That's why, because you wouldn't expect it to be just jam packed full of packs of cards.
That means I walked past it. I walked right past it and walked to the Reese's and the Kit Kats and the Skittles. It was like, let me see what the good shit. What the shit out the way.
Yeah.
This
Go
right
get a
here.
Reese's. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Get
Get
your
on my
Reese's. Get your Reese's peanut butter cup. All right. Go ahead. Get your Reese's peanut butter cup.
Order. That's enough.
Enjoy
Court is getting out of hand.
your 2 seconds of your fake fucking chemical chocolate while I'm opening up a pack of cards, which I could potentially sell for a lot of money.
I will not stand for slander of delicious chocolate in my court.
But
That'll be stricken.
Hold up.
But
Eating Reese's nowadays,
as a kid, we're not thinking, like I said, as a kid, we're not thinking, how much money can I get from this card? You're thinking short term. You're not thinking long term as a kid. You're like, I need candy and I need it now. Your mind is not on Pokemon cards and baseball cards and none of that other stuff.
Hear me out, though. We're walking down the street. Me and you, we're friends, right? We went to school. Just kidding. No black people went to my school. So I'm walking down the road. You're walking down the opposite way. I'm like, yo, Kenny, you won't believe this shit. That house down there on the left, number 316. Get that for John Cena? I threw that in there. The number 316 down there?
That's Steve Austin.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I fucked up there. That's my bad. I'm still new to wrestling. But anyways, down there at 316, they're handing out packs of Pokemon cards. And then you're going to be like, oh, dude, down there, number 23, they're handing out Almond Joys.
I wouldn't say Almond Joys. I said they're handing out full-size candy bars. Like that's
full-size candy bars is going to be way more expensive than packs of cards.
But some people do that.
Full-size candy bars, $3 for one.
But we had that $1
for what?
Because we're looking for the candy bars. We used to have one house. They used to give out the large pixie sticks, and I said, "Oh, I gotta go over there." And I would go over there, grab a pixie stick, leave. Then I would come back later on and be like, "Yeah, I'm back for another one." She don't know it's mine though. Like, you know, I've already been here. But like we've had a couple of people they've given out like coloring books and random shit like that and stickers. I mean, I used to get mad when I used to get those. Like, this shit out of here. I want the candy. I'm ready
My
to
daughter
snack.
would be so much happier getting a Frozen coloring book than she would be getting a fucking Tootsie Roll.
Okay, Tootsie Rolls are gross. But to be fair, if I had to choose between a pack of Skittles and a coloring book, get this fucking coloring book out of here. I want these Skittles.
Oh, all right. Before we get this is great.
Hold
this is great.
But I got one more thing.
You got a closing argument. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen, I'm just telling you, I'm torn right now. I'm torn. So make it a good one. I think you can win it here. Joe, we'll start with you. You're so eager.
All right. You want candy? I'm glad that Kenny brought up the fact that people hand out full-size candy bars when we're talking about price here. You want to talk about 200 people at your house? Go ahead, buy those full-size candy bars. So you could be that guy on the block spending $500 for 200 people to eat a fucking full-size Hershey. All right. I'm gonna spend a fourth of that to have someone be like, God damn, that guy's handing out basketball cards. That's fucking sweet. That guy had a selection between basketball and hockey and football and Pokemon. That's the cool house.
But this is made for kids. Kids aren't thinking about baseball cards. They're like, let me get candy. I want all the candy. I want
that one kid might not be. You know 99% of people are interested in one of those 5 things.
And okay, I'll give you that. They're like, okay, I like that. But the thing is, that night is all about candy. That's the mission. The main mission is candy.
Is it?
And when you got that one house that they get the one house that says, hey, they're giving out full-size candy bars. We were like, oh, snap, we got to get over there. I've never heard one person say, hey, they're giving out coloring books. They're giving out this. They're giving out no.
All right.
Candy, we cared about the candy.
I keep calling you Candy. I'm pissed
because I'm sweet like that. That's what I do.
You're right. I'll give it to you. I forgot that it was called Trick or Candy, not Trick or Treat.
But you want to snack on your treat. You don't want to look at it and be like, that's cool, and then put it away. You want to snack on it. That's what
go to that house. Go to that house, get a pack of Pokemon cards, run into your friend the next day at school. Hey, I don't really care for Pokemon. Would you trade any of your Halloween candy for this? Yeah, you're getting multiple candy bars for that.
I don't know about that. As a kid, I don't know about that. Multiple? I mean, they're going to just give you that just because they don't want this candy anyway. They're going to be like, look, I don't like dots. Here you go. It can be anything else. That's all that is.
You give me 25 things that you got from houses that you don't like for my 1 pack of Pokemon cards. That's quite the fucking trade. Then I take those 25 items and I flip it again to get something even better.
But the thing is, with that, I'm saying with that, they were going to give those out anyway. It's not like they're like, you could have gave them anything. Like, hey, look, here's the answer to the paper. Bet you can take all these suckers I got. I don't like suckers. It don't matter what it is. They're going to give out that candy anyway. They weren't going to eat it.
You are not getting someone just giving away free candy the day after Halloween.
People did. They use it to trade
You're,
it.
You're getting scraps when it comes to Thanksgiving.
Everyone's showing up to work with all the leftover candy and trying to hand it out to everybody. Well, that's always a given there. All right, you boys are getting into it. You're getting into it. I like this. This is a very good debate. You two are all over this. Joe, I definitely have to take some negative points for trying to quote Cena when it was Austin. That immediately got you a -1.
Yeah, that was bad. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you brought it.
Well, look at the Stone Cold I got. That's John Cena.
I'm glad you brought it back by bringing up other cards, because personally, I would have not liked to get Pokemon cards or basketball cards. Neither of those were my thing. Obviously, they're yours. It also sounds like apparently you were a businessman at age 5, where you were able to take these things and flip them and make a profit off of them. That's impressive. I also want to give you a little bit of credit for you were really sticking to the cards thing, because even when Kenny brought up like the big candy bars and how much the price difference was, you didn't lay like, all right, so you're gonna spend $500. Well, I'm gonna spend $500 and I'm gonna make it a bigger thing. No, you doubled down, like you are getting these fucking cards. So I appreciate you holding tight to that.
I couldn't think of anything else besides cards, to be honest. Besides the coloring books.
There's like a bunch of stuff people give out. Because like so we've had popcorn balls, we have apples, we have all that.
Nobody brought up pennies. I always had the old lady that literally gave out pennies, and I fucking hated her.
Ew.
That's
literally
disgusting. But also, that's money.
That's the worst.
But she hands you a wheat penny.
You know what that money's doing? That money's still sitting in a piggy bank that I've now given to my son because I didn't do anything with it for my entire lifetime.
And then you crack it open, you find wheat pennies in there.
It's decor, but instead I could have eaten delicious food instead. Oh, man.
And those fucking Hershey Kisses. Instead of that wheat penny from 1974.
I think the winning... Kenny, I wanted some more. I wanted more out of you. I felt like there were some good points there that I didn't hear at all. But the one I think that really stuck out to me was that's what Halloween is for. Halloween is for going around getting candy. You have all these other things. You want a gift, you're getting it at Christmas. Put it on a fucking wish list. It'll go in a stocking. So I think I'm siding with no, it is not okay to give out anything but candy on Halloween.
Oh yeah, I had more, but I was trying to, at that point, I went from arguing more stuff to counter arguing. So he did get me. I will give him that. I had some more stuff I had in the chamber. But yeah, I just feel like a 5-year-old kid out there trying to get candy is not thinking about the worth of baseball cards and Pokemon cards. Their minds aren't thinking like that. Maybe when you hit, 11 or 12, and they're like, if you're still trick-or-treating, you're like, you know what? Oh, they giving out Pokemon cards? Okay, let me go check that out. But when you're 5, 6 years old, you're dressed up as, Frozen or whatever it is, whatever's hot in these streets. You're walking around. You're like, you know what? Hey, they got paydays over. Okay, I'm going to go get payday. That's what I'm saying.
One other big advantage, one thing, I don't know if you had it in the chamber or not, but for me, it was also if I'm going to get a bunch of stuff and I don't give out all of it, that's why I buy a bunch of Snickers and Kit Kats. I buy my top two favorites because whatever's left over, I get to eat all that. What am I going to do with all those Pokemon cards that people didn't get if I had a small group?
Open them and sell them.
Then I got to do work instead of just eating food.
You make all of your money back plus more, probably.
Oh my God! So if I could get all my money back plus more, then why doesn't everybody just buy all of them and make that a job?
A lot of people actually do that for a job.
It sounds miserable.
See, that's but my whole argument, for this, like I said, my whole argument is this is about the little kids. That's all they care about is the candy. They care about the sugar rush. That's all this day is for. That's all it's going to be for. It's beggars night. We it's candy.
And it's about the older kids and that grandpa that's going out for one last time.
Yeah, you got the kids out there bag snatching, stuff like that. You have those too, but mainly it's for those kids that's out there, trying to
crazy. You guys all brought up these kids having to be 5 or 6, but then you guys are arguing about being 25 and going out trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
I'm doing that too.
And I want a fucking Kit Kat and not
Yeah, and
any
a 25-year-old's
Pokemon
getting a
cards.
fucking pack of cards.
I want a pack of cards. I'll go buy myself.
But y'all said earlier you would laugh at that old man. Y'all laughed at that old man out here trick or treating.
Well, yeah,
I had my IV. Had my IV in.
Because it was my damn argument. It was part of my argument. I got screwed.
I said it's about the kids. It's about the kids, but I'm always gonna be a kid at heart. So I want my candy. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Well, with that said, give me my fucking cards.
Ooh, Tootsie Roll.
What is a